have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
Yo, what's up? It's the ManUp Podcast Lounge. It's the ManUp Podcast Lounge. It's the ManUp Podcast Lounge. Man up, the ManUp Podcast Lounge. Yo, welcome to the ManUp Podcast Lounge. It's your boy VC. Well, us kings are uplifting other kings in the community. We talking about just a general kind of conversation, what's going on. All right, fellas, how y'all doing today?
Good.
Introduce yourselves.
Coach Twan from Power Box Boxing and Kickboxing.
Yeah.
B.
Jeff Charity.
Jeff. All right, fellas, so what we're going to start off today is we're going to talk about manning up to our problems, how your friends come into conversations and different things when they ain't motivated and, just pick them up, or how you can pick yourself up, or, let me know. Anybody?
We just talked about this.
We're just talking.
That was a little better, though. It was nice.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna go real quick. I'm gonna bring back an old situation to where when I talked about on the first podcast we did, when we had was thinking about losing the gym, and my partner came to me and was like, "Look, we got this option to do this, and this and that," and it was like, "Look, man up, this is a wrap for us."
Right.
So pretty much we manned up, and we here what we here today.
Cool. Yes, sir.
So we did something about it, I guess he's saying.
Basically, y'all man up to y'all position, and y'all kicked them in the mouth, kept going with what y'all believed in, what you dreamed in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How about you, Mr. Jeff? Jeff?
Oh wow, manning up, man. It's so many, I guess, instances in my life. I guess, it comes as I guess certain turning points you have, and seminal moments where you feel, you gotta man up or you gotta sit down. I remember the last podcast I talked about when I got locked up. I had to man up once I got out.
Right.
And when I became a father, had to man up and do more. Then, because it wasn't just it's not just me.
Child support is a terrible drug, ain't it?
My brother. But it's there, so you got to take care of that.
You got to man up to it,
and do what you have to do, even if it takes you extra effort or whatever it is you need to do to man up to pay that child support. You do what you need to do. So stuff like that.
I'm always one to ask questions.
Go ahead.
I got a question in regards to those things, because we're not blind to the fact that there are obstacles, many obstacles.
Yes.
Especially for some individuals in our society. So, is there ever any justifiable excuse for, say, for example, in your situation where you ran into the issue with the gym, or in your situation when you came into the situation where you're like, oh man, a kid. Like, is there ever any justifiable excuse for a man not to man up?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's easy for me to speak. I ain't got kids.
Okay.
No, you just saying about man up.
I say it is justification because you don't know what nobody's going through.
Okay.
So you can't justify what just because you feel some type of way and this person feels some type of way, you shouldn't expect that person to feel the same exact way.
Mm-hmm.
You came up this way, you came up that way, you all came up in different ways. So I think no.
Okay.
No, it is some
Well,
type of
what we
justification.
pertaining to? Because I don't have kids.
So we can say
No, that do without that.
in
in
regards
business,
to
like,
anything.
well, my thing about business or just going about, I guess, manning up to your responsibilities.
Right.
At the end of the day, your excuses don't matter if you ain't.
Okay,
meet
so
the-
you're not talking
you know what
about
I'm saying?
just child
Just
support.
anything, anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything.
All right. Well, no,
Child
okay.
support, 'cause child support. Okay, let's throw that out.
All right, no, okay,
I mean,
okay,
me
no.
personally,
Let's throw
that's
that.
one of them.
Child
Let's throw that out there.
Right,
Child
right,
support,
yeah,
peace.
yeah.
Right
Okay,
before
but
we-
no, that's
right
right.
before we started, I was reading an article about Jesse Williams, light skinned dude, used to play on Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, and so I was reading the article was talking about how since he left the show Grey's Anatomy, he's no longer getting the same amount of money. He was making like $6 million on that show. He's now doing stage play where he's making like 1,000 and some change a week. His wife, his ex-wife, was like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So in that circumstance, when he feel like, dang, bro, like you really hurting me. Like I'm trying to provide for my kids, but I can't provide the way I used to provide. Is there any excuse for him, given that?
Oh, I think that's a little different. Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely.
Okay,
As
long
so
as-
because you
as long
can
as
go
the
to court.
baby is getting the
You can go to court and get that
$10,000,
that child support amount amended.
Yeah.
It's based on your income.
Yeah.
So if you got a reduction in income, you can go to and petition the court say, hey, I used to make this and now I make this,
Yeah.
and we need to adjust that. So there's remedies and ways that you can approach that.
Yeah, I think
so-
monetary value. That's a little
Yeah.
What you said is true, but you also got to throw in there is, even though your pay went down, they also give you a time limit. Your kid got to be a certain age before it goes down. Like say your son or your daughter is 3 right now, you got to wait 3 years to get it lowered down.
What?
That's it is. And Chesapeake, I don't know how Norfolk and all the other people work, but in Chesapeake, I'm still going through it. But hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. Take it on the chin.
If the judge orders,
That's a judge order.
I know. Trust me.
I know you insist.
I've been through it too, bro. Trust me. I've been through it too. I understand.
Chesapeake
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you probably would Norfolk.
Nah.
You got a little link.
I live in Chesapeake.
For real. Oh man. Well, you know
This guy, trust me. When I tell you, if a judge orders that it be lowered immediately, there's guidelines and there's judicial discretion.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the whole situation at the end of the day, really. But I feel you though, you know what I mean, on that. But as long as it goes beyond the like you said, the monetary value, you spending time with your kid and you know what I mean, that's the whole picture. You know what I'm saying, outside of child support, you know what I mean, that has immeasurable value beyond just the what you supposed to pay.
Brother Matt said, no, I ain't gonna tell you what he said, but y'all can look that up about them kids and child support. But anyway, on another topic, because we ain't gotta stay on child support because that's hurting my pockets right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, at the end of the day, man,
bro.
just gotta man up to that child support and say, child support, when they get 18, I don't want to see them no more. I'm just joking.
I did just see an article lately though about child support. Somebody got to pay and the kid ain't theirs.
Oh, if you sign that, I ain't mean to cut you off, but
No,
I'm
that
gonna
was
cut
it.
you
I
off.
mean,
So
I'm surprised
this
about
this
that.
is what happened. A lot of people don't be smart about. Okay, if you sign that birth certificate, whether the child yours or not, it's still yours. So the lady put your name down when the hospital stuff, all that other stuff. If you signed it with Joe and John Hancock, the child is yours. So if you spent this time, you did all this, you bought all this and everything. Okay,
I mean, I
so
would feel like the child's mine
so
anyway.
look,
if
like
I
when
was
you go to the mall and stuff, right, buy your kids all this stuff, and you try to take it to the child support place, that's considered as gifts. That ain't nothing. They gonna look at you and laugh. That's gifts. You still gotta pay, and you probably gotta pay. If that say she had that child in August. Now August, y'all go to court in like February. You gotta pay a back pay
I heard about
of
that, yeah.
what all that time and all
That's
that flowing in it.
ridiculous.
So you manning up. So when it's time to go in there and look in the mirror and cry. As a man, you can't go in that mirror and cry, or you can't go to nobody else. You can go in that mirror and cry to yourself. Because who else you can cry to? Somebody be like, man, you soft, or you can't do that. You gotta toughen up, and you gotta say, okay, I probably make $7.50 an hour, but I got paid in child support. It's probably $60, $7. I heard people crying over $60 a week. You crying over that? If you know what I pay.
Somebody that just don't want to take care of their
But yeah, so
responsibilities, man.
it's that simple thing, man. You
And
gotta
that's
man
what
up
it
with
is. The responsibility
It's
part.
a responsibility. But at the same time, it's at the same time, it's a double standard. Because when you get that child, do I get that card? Do I get that child support card when the child? If it's for the child, hello, can I have that card when the child come with me too? Well, not me. Let the child have that card. Say he want to go to the zoo or anything like that. Oh, it's my money already, right? So it's still the same thing.
But what if the father was taking care of the child still and didn't want to pay that much?
If it's always the courts, man. If you can be the best father in the world, right? You can be the best man in the world, right?
Right.
You can buy all the gifts, all that. I mean, you can go to every game,
I do know.
everything.
I do know.
But you did something that girl didn't want you to do. Boom, child support. And then the child support people look at you as a bad person. When you like, hold on. That's when
That's
you
just
bring
because you ain't go down there and take it out on yourself. I was told many years ago, because I used to be against that child support issue thing.
I'm still against it.
I mean, I'm saying one of the reasons why I don't have kids, because I just used to think, you get thrown on child support, and I didn't want to be one of them types. So, but a woman told me a long time ago, in the state of Virginia, if you're not married, you have to go down there and file. One of y'all do. And it's best. So when she told me that, she was like, if you go down there as a man, we pretty much control all of that. Like all that little drama, I guess, that y'all talking about.
You go down there.
Okay, all right. Let me explain it to you.
Go ahead,
Let me explain it to
Go ahead,
you.
Joe.
Okay.
Explain it to us.
All right. Because
Not a man need to know
I've
this.
been through it myself.
Okay.
All right.
Preach.
All right. Now, from the aspect, I remember, what happened to me is when I went down for my divorce and everything, I went down and for child support. That's a separate issue. You know what I mean? They base it on your income. Now, when I got the notice from from the city to me, I was like, okay, let's go to court. And there was no back pay because I had like years worth of receipts from all the gifts that you're talking about and all the money that I have been given my ex-wife for years, just in case. Because,
What year was this?
this was.
I think it all depends on how you
This
handle your
was.
business.
This was.
Oh, brother, I handle my business. But you know what that judge said? That's gifts.
This was.
And they're right.
And, well, I mean, in
Well,
that case,
that
too,
gives.
could it be just up to the judge or what she
Yeah,
believe you should
yeah.
be doing?
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
every case, every individual case is different, and it
Yeah,
depends on
yeah.
how it depends on how
You
the
personally,
court looks
I
at
don't think
you.
you should just pay child support. I think you should be doing more than that. There's a lot of brothers who just pay that and don't
And that's
even
my
mess
point
with
of
the
what
That's
I
what
was
his
saying.
point was. That's what I was trying to
We're
answer.
doing more, and you
It's-
asking for child support at
Yeah.
the same time. So that makes a
Thank
brother
you.
feel
Thank
uncomfortable. To well, I got to pay you when I'm taking care of my kid. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for my child.
I'm there.
I'm there.
That's the
Why
law.
are you doing that?
You can't, I
Because
can't
that's
be
the
there.
law.
It
I
goes
can't
back
be
to
there
what
for
you
you.
said.
I have to
It
be
goes
there for the
back to-
child.
It goes back to what you were saying.
That's
You
why.
What did
down
you do
there-
for her?
Yeah.
What did you do to her? And that's unfair.
You won't buy
It
your
is
ex-wife. You won't buy your ex-wife no more gifts.
That's right.
Now she said, oh, you. I ain't gonna say your son named Little Timmy right now. Oh, he got Little Timmy new shoes, but he ain't buy. I want new shoes too. That was she looking at. Oh, I can't have this. So me and Little Timmy got to get paid. And plus, when Little Timmy go with you gotta buy him something to eat, don't you?
Yeah.
And that costs.
Yeah.
Let's say you with your girlfriend or your wife or whoever you with. Y'all, if y'all go out, you still gotta spend extra money. Even though that's your child, at the same time, even though it's time spent, you still been a good person. Give me that card. I can,
Yeah, that's
for
what
little
I'm
Timmy
saying.
can have his
And
food.
That's what I was saying.
Whatever little Timmy want.
We don't get those cards.
But then,
They'll be like, that's for bills or
Wait,
something.
now,
something about excuses, right?
unless
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got,
Excuses,
if you have
Fanny, and I know if
custody,
you can't meet the
if you have
requirements.
custody of your
Like,
kids,
there's a lot of brothers
and
who's
child
not paying
support is
child
being
support.
paid
Bruh,
to you,
I-
then
if-
it's the same thing. In reverse.
But how many men that's in that situation?
A lot of men.
Yeah.
is in
I
that
think
situation.
that's the
But
whole
you got.
go
No,
through
I'm
that
talking
too.
about in that situation where they have their kids. I don't know one.
Not as
I don't
many,
know one
not
guy
as the same
that
as
got his,
you know.
that got his kid out of a custody battle. So how many?
Well, I
men-
know a
it's
couple.
not the
I got a
same
couple
amount.
guys that
Men,
come through.
I'm just saying it does. It's not as prevalent as it is with women. I agree with you there.
That's
Yes.
what I was.
No, but see, that's what I
what
was trying to
saying.
say earlier. The girl that I was speaking to earlier, a while ago, she told me it's who goes down there first. We don't think about going down
No.
into the courthouse to do that because
No.
we're not taught that, and we always think of it in a negative
what I
manner.
said.
We
What
think
I'm
about
saying
money
is,
orders.
if you trying to save all this, whatever we talking about, this mess or whatever that come from it, you need to go down there so you can control the narrative or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Of
Sure.
whatever
We-
goes
whatever
on with
we
y'all.
do as a man, you
so
like,
we need to tell them that. Go
I'm
down
trying to
there. If
stop
you get
the
your
feud.
girl pregnant and you're not married, go down there. I don't care if you're
But
together or not.
you don't
I done saved a few cats.
necessarily. You know you can go down to the court. You know you for real. Look, once you have your child, right? You don't. That's not really your child. You will not really have custody.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't nobody have
That's why you
custody.
gotta go down
Custody.
there.
Till you go down to
That's
the court.
custody
But it's
of
crazy
your
though.
child.
How you gonna tell me that the baby that I don't have, or this is my son or my daughter, and they ain't mine
State
too?
of
I go
Virginia,
down
'cause
there.
you
I
had
got
to-
to
'cause you
pay.
had the baby out of wedlock.
I gotta pay you. No, is you married too?
No, if you married, you
no,
fine.
if you married, you still got to go down there and get custody. Both y'all still got to get custody of the kid.
Oh, wow.
The government can come in there and say,
Oh,
"Oh,
that-
he belong to me." CPS can come in there right now and take the kid from him.
And that's,
And that's a
What are you
fact.
talking
I've been
about?
trying to.
Seriously.
I've been trying to.
What
tell
y'all
people
talking
that
about?
stuff, man.
Let's change that.
But we can change that
I
because
can't talk like
you know what I mean. I know.
That
So
don't
basically,
sound
what he was talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
Not
So
without-
so
you
with
just
your
can't
business,
come take
with
somebody's kid
look,
without no
with
reason.
no, without no reason. But say your little Johnny got a little bruise and he keep coming to school with bruises, and he was like, "My daddy hit me." Say his daddy Anthony. Daddy got
He got put on
getting
hand.
mad and beating him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, little Johnny, what happened?
I mean, yeah, that I can understand.
My daddy said I wasn't tough enough, so he hit me. You know what I mean? Or my daddy said I ain't read the book. You know, you got some teachers that ain't gonna tell, but you got some of them like, I'm curious about little Johnny. That's the Karen. You know, she can tell. he at 6 or 7 years old, my daddy told him I got to man up.
Well, what do you got to do when you're paying child support? Already, you know, you're already supposed to be paying, and you lose your job because you was talking about excuses.
Okay.
Right.
So
Oh,
we
okay.
was asking, is there ever an excuse? So is there an excuse then? I mean, you're gonna get behind
Not an
anyway, so it's an
But you
excuse.
tell them
Like,
people
what
that
do
you
you
lost
do?
your job,
Yeah, got to.
and then when you report that, you can renegotiate your situation.
They'll put you in the
I
real.
wasn't even trying to go that route though. I'm taking the courts out of it, just for the simple fact of the baby moms and your child.
Oh no, they gonna put you in the reels, but they'll work out something
Like
with
you
you.
gonna do what
They'll
you
try to
said.
find you. If you got a good caseworker,
I ain't talking about none of that. I'm saying, is it like what kind of is an excuse to your child or your baby mom? I ain't even talking about the courts no more. I don't care about that.
no, cause she don't really. She don't supposed to know, bro. Like these people. Okay, if I stop,
No,
It's-
hold
look,
on. Hold on.
it's an
Earlier he
excuse.
said, is there an excuse?
Yeah.
I'm trying.
excuse.
Is
I'm
there,
trying to
is
tell
there
you.
ever an excuse not to man up?
No.
No.
So my
it ain't.
question
no.
now, if you can't meet the requirements of paying that child support, I'm not saying.
Can you
with
use
the
that?
courts.
Can you use that as
You
an
can't go in that
excuse?
court. Tell
Okay, you can tell
I'm a
them. You can
man
tell
up.
the courts what you
That
want to
was-
tell them.
that was-
Your
I'm a
child
man
still
up.
without.
Right,
So
right.
what I'm saying is there an excuse?
No, it ain't no
No.
excuse. You got to pay that money.
So even though the excuse might work in court, is there an excuse?
It ain't
with
gonna
the
work in
child
court.
or the baby mom?
No.
It's not gonna work in court.
No.
No excuse.
Well, okay, so then we know it ain't gonna work there. So again, there's
It's
no
gonna
excuse.
be,
Then you
you
gotta
know,
man up at all
if-
times, right?
Even if you don't have a job, you gotta be at least trying to do something to
You gotta
look
man
for
up
a job.
regardless, because you
Yeah.
got responsibility.
You gotta
I
do
do
something.
get
You
what
gotta
you're
be
saying.
making an
You saying
effort.
you got to man up at all times.
can't
Regardless
just
of
be
situation,
laying
you gotta man up.
around
I got
and-
you.
The question was earlier: was there ever
So-
a time to have an excuse? Is the excuse acceptable?
How you gonna
No,
look
no
your child in the
excuses.
face
No
It's not
excuses.
a-
and
okay.
say,
Is it
all I
justified
did was
excuse
lay
not to
around
be a
today?
man?
You know.
That's what you saying?
Unless you want to be a woman. But,
Well, that's a whole nother
I
topic.
don't think nobody want to hear want to be that. But you know what I'm
Nah.
saying. So I'm
My
gonna get off
thing is,
that.
what if you have a situation that I'm not saying it's not an excuse.
Yeah,
When you say that, it's not an excuse. Some people might have situations.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Situations are all the time, but you know, like for
But
instance,
you're gonna make
still
it
gotta
happen.
pay-
You still gonna
COVID
make- you
was
still-
around, right?
you still gonna man
You still
up.
had to pay bills.
They ain't care about that.
That's what I'm talking about. But you had an excuse, right?
No,
but
there
ain't
no
nobody
excuse.
care about that.
Ain't
So
no
that's what I'm
excuse.
saying. So you never have an excuse to not be a man.
Who your child support people? I got to get with yours then, cause
Huh?
them people ain't. They sent the letter. Hey, you ain't been working.
Well, I'm saying they did a
Such
little
and such
something.
and such
you
and
know,
such.
they did
Hello.
rent relief and
Rent? That child support. We ain't talking about no rent
Nah,
relief.
man.
You know, but I feel what you saying too.
The child support people, they don't care about no rent.
Yeah.
They don't care about that money. They want that money for their child. They want they say the money for the child. So if I say the child at a certain age, right? The car should go to the child, and then I'm getting off of this situation because
he's mad.
no, it's a touchy situation. 'Cause I'm paying so
we can
much
see
money
that.
right
We
now.
can see
Y'all
that.
should run this up. I should talk about basketball. Or something. But no, I man up to it because you know what I mean it hit and miss. You know what I mean you gotta go. Like we in a ring, so you know you gotta duck and move. Sometimes it punches me in the face. Sometimes I don't want to think about it. And when y'all bring it up, y'all made me think about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Okay, well let me ask it this way then. Let me rephrase the question.
Rephrase the question, sir.
Are there situations for men where it's understandable when they don't meet the standard of manning up? Okay, for example, let's say I know somebody right now who were charged with a serious crime, right?
Okay.
And upon their release, they, based on their charges, they can't really do anything in life. They can't get housing, right? Can't really get a job because they want to know.
Open case.
Yeah, have you been convicted of X, Y, Z?
Okay,
And
so-
trying to avoid it, like if he lie, he get the job and they find out he fired. If he tell the truth, he don't get the job. So he in a no-win situation. So as much as he's trying to man up, go ahead.
I
That's what I'm
disagree.
trying to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
There's no
That's
such
what I'm
thing
saying.
as a no-win
Of course, we have
situation.
pitfalls. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Such thing
I don't know what he was doing as far as his job. What did he do?
Never had a real job. Always working on the table because
Okay,
of the
so then
charges.
if that's the case, no excuse.
Okay.
Because he already had a hustle in him, and since that he got a felony in an open case, he already know how to survive before the case.
Yeah.
So it's no different. You getting paid on the table anyway.
So,
Yeah.
So
I'm
ain't
gonna
nobody-
tell
don't
you,
tell him
Reed,
about. So my thing is, don't even tell him about the case and make it happen.
That's easy for you to say because he don't know that. What he really wasn't
Who
taught
don't know
learned
that?
that
If
way.
you already living
He
like that,
don't
you
know
know
that.
that. Who don't?
A lot
The
of people
guy
don't.
that was going
A
to.
lot of people live
He
like
don't
that.
know
No,
that.
he
A
don't
lot of
know
people
what?
don't
Don't
know
know
what.
Don't know
A lot
how
of
to
people.
No, I know that. I know
bro,
people don't know the hustle. I know that.
bro,
But what I'm
if
saying
you-
is he's already a survivor.
Okay.
He's already working under
Yeah.
the table. So him having a felony right
So
now,
y'all know
open
about it.
case doesn't change.
Y'all know I'm about to throw a joke in there, right? So if you're a
We
good
need
looking, if you're a good looking fella, tell him to go out the hood and get him one of them young girls and he can just sleep on the couch till he get himself together.
But see, but
He
look,
can
okay,
man up on the couch.
okay, but that speaks to a bigger issue then, because what if this individual wants to man up,
He want a man up.
but they don't have the knowledge nor the resources
Listen,
to
man,
do so?
bro,
I mean,
I can
at
help
some
that
point,
brother.
I mean,
Okay.
that's manning up too. is
Okay,
going
yeah.
to
I can help that
Okay.
brother.
Everybody here got a phone, and everybody here got Google.
All right, you let me.
He can Google.
Speak to me about that brother. I can help
Google.
that brother.
He can Google something. Okay, felonies. He can Google something. Okay, I got an uncle that he just like doing the same thing, going to jail for the same thing. And you be like, wow, it's just they mind frame, man. It's just that they stuck.
That's what
on-
it's all about,
Some
man.
people just lazy and stuck on one thing,
That's right.
and they just want to do that one thing. If I want to pay him, I'm gonna go do that because I feel like I'm good at that. So if I feel
They
like
make more
I'm,
money than us.
they do. And look, my uncle he go suited and booted.
But what if that was all you was taught it?
I'm gonna tell you the true
What
story.
that's all you know?
I'm gonna tell you a true story. Handcuffs. He broke the handcuff from police out there panhandling. They got him. Broke the handcuff. The man hit him with the nightstick. He broke the nightstick and hit him back with it. Took his gun and ran with some church shoes on. Stacey Adams. No lie. Suit and booted. I'm talking about 3-piece suit on.
I believe you.
Okay. Hey.
Hired in my cousin's backyard. She called the police. Said he's right here. She snitched on him. You know, he gave himself up. But you know what? 6 months later, got out, suited and booted again. My uncle want to go do the same thing. So it's like in his mind frame that I got to do this because this is what I'm good at. I can't. He'll probably be a good insurance person because he can sell salt to a slug. This dude be like, he give the people the right address. He don't give you no wrong address. He be like, give me a ride in this. And these people they give him money. I can't even go out there and get no money. I'm talking about they give him the money. I'm talking about he be like, look, I'll let you. He don't have no license. This dude don't have no license. He be like, I give you my license and everything, right number down and everything. And be like, I give you money such and such. He got no gift for gab. So that's what I said. I told him
Well,
one time.
that's
I
the-
said, man,
that-
you
he
need
know
help.
how to win off
But you
that.
need a man up. I said, you'll
Right.
be a good insurance salesman. I said, we can start a business together.
And that's what I'm saying. They need to realize that about themselves. For
Right.
those that don't see that. But as far as your man go, who Yeah, there's no excuse for him not to be able to still get a household,
he
you
can
know,
do his
a
thing,
place.
bro.
Yeah.
He can do his
Or,
thing, still be
a place to
productive,
work and all
and
that,
still,
yeah.
you know what I mean,
can definitely still
prosper.
be
But
productive.
what's the how though? Because that's the difficult part. When you're in a position where your perception is, and that's a big part of it. The perception is life had beat you down to the point where you don't see it out. How do we get this individual? How do we get this individual to a place where they can see over that invisible wall? That's there?
Usually that place for the average brother is why he's still locked up. When he's locked up, not when he's out. Okay, but now that you're out, you got another chance to turn nothing into something. Right? Okay. So as far as not squandering that, you can't. The hustling you has to be to such to the point that where you able to earn, but you're not repeating the same behaviors that you still been doing. That keep you in the cycle of getting locked up. All right.
That's
so
deep.
yeah, no, that's
If you
just
take
real.
that same energy you put into whatever got you in trouble and turn it and put it into what's gonna get you out of it, that same or double it up because you just made it hard for yourself, then you're gonna see what you're supposed to get out.
We're looking at a prime example right now, Jeff. Now I ain't trying to.
Oh, no,
it's
bro,
serious.
no,
You said you been in jail. You made peanut butter jelly sandwich. You wash, wash drawers and all that stuff. But you did a good thing. You know what
my
I'm
draw. I'm saying,
saying? You start your wash.
There you go.
you know what I mean?
Nah, you know I got to throw jokes.
You know what I'm saying? But what now?
Look, you can have
Sir.
everybody got down times. You're gonna have that, but you can't ride that out forever. Like a man ain't supposed to be complaining and sitting there talking about over and over. A man ain't supposed to do that. A man's supposed to do something about it eventually.
Yeah,
Like I get it for a little while, you know what I'm saying, but you gotta eventually get rid of that, shake it off, man up, come on out of here.
Okay.
And now how to do it? That just depends on the situation.
I got a question.
I want to say this. I want to say this. I want to say
I don't
this
know.
part though. I think there's an aspect of it though that also has to be considered. I think some of y'all know I work in the mental health field, so I can't excuse how the mind is affected by the circumstances. Now, granted, you can try to have the willpower type of perception of mind over matter, and if I just think a certain way, I can do it. But when you've been conditioned, okay, I give you a prime example. I watched a documentary the other day. I can't remember the dude's name. Initials LP. He used to play for Nebraska football team, college, and his upbringing was very traumatic. A whole lot of abuse, a whole lot of trauma, and going into college, even though he was a standout athlete, well known nationally, one of the best running backs in the game, he could not overcome his past. And even once he got out of college and went to the pros, that past continued to follow him. So as much as he wanted to man up, he couldn't overcome the trauma. That trauma followed him everywhere he went. And so even in his success, that trauma was still there.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
When I mention what I'm saying, you just don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I'm talking about as far as, you talking about surviving and hustling and business, where we went from business to child support. I was talking about those two things.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I never speak on
Right, that's what I
mental
said.
health. Mental health is serious,
Dude,
like,
that was
that
good.
prevents a lot. But you got a lot of people out here, like for instance, they have a lot of great ideas or business ideas or whatever, and they they might be a good chef or whatever it is.
Yeah,
They want a food truck or whatever, and then they start talking like they want to get it, but then they start saying like they have to do too much to even get the job done. All they had to do was just simplify the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now they.
Me? Well, I'm kind of good. Everybody like all my friends and family,
Mama gonna always laugh at
I almost went to culinary school to learn how to culinary, potato, tomato. This is serious, all the same. But nah, I do a little something, but I ain't. Let me tell you.
And I was also referring to like you can talk to people.
Yeah.
And they can talk back to you like they understand you. Then you see them a week later, and then they talking to you like with the same problem, like y'all ain't already had this conversation. But they talk to you like they understand everything about the conversation, agree with it, and then even add it to the convo. And you come back and they still like, like you ain't even talked to them.
So
those are the
let's talk about
people
that.
that just complain.
Okay,
for nothing.
let's talk about that.
Be heard.
What is, because here's what my understanding is in regards to, again, being in the mental health field. There's no behavior that an individual engages in that doesn't have some level of motivation behind it. So if I'm doing it, there's some type of reward in me that this behavior satisfies.
Okay.
So let's
Okay.
talk to that.
Okay.
Why do we think this type of individual is in that space where we just had this conversation and you looking at him like, bro, I swear we just talked about this, bro. Like, when you gonna get it?
Crazy.
Yeah. So what do we think it is that is inspiring this individual to remain stuck?
I think some people get
Stuck in the routine?
Of complaining. You know, like
I think so.
it feel good for them. If some people it feel good to complain.
Mm-hmm.
Like you like, dang, it's beautiful outside. Yeah, man, but it's cold though. You know.
Always gotta bring the negative.
Yeah, it's always negative. Like, God dang, let's go for a walk. Man, I just got all work. I'm looking like, God damn, bro. It's like, come on, let's do something. I ain't got the money. Nigga, ain't nobody say, excuse me, ain't nobody say no money has to be involved with it. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy life. They don't want to enjoy life. It's for real. The negative.
I mean, no, that's real.
Gives them energy. But if the negative bring me down, you get what I'm saying? If I'm feeling like I'm down, I go to sleep. Like I got the thing that I procrastinate a lot. And I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to man up to it.
Yeah, I definitely procrastinate.
So I'm trying, bro. I'm praying to God and
I be
smacking
looking
the
for
leg.
inspiration,
So
motivation.
can I put you on the spot?
Go
then,
ahead, put
if
me
you
on
don't
the
mind?
spot,
Okay.
yeah.
What is the reward in procrastinating for you?
The reward of me is because at the end of the dropper, at the last minute, I get it done. I get it done. It's like The Rock, you know what I'm saying? I feel it's like it gives me power, you know what I mean? Because at the last minute, sometimes I figure a way to get it done.
Okay.
I wiggle my way in.
Okay.
Some of that is me too.
Yeah, so
Some of that is.
But it be like, sometimes it's a thread, and
Yeah.
to get in my head, I'm like, okay,
Because I like to
got
feel
done.
busy
So
and productive.
you proving to yourself that you can perform under pressure.
Yeah, I can perform under pressure a lot.
So that's what it is. You put pressure on yourself to get it done at the
Yeah.
last
And
minute,
I'm killing
and you
myself
get
doing
it done. So you're like, yeah, I knew I could do it all along. So
Now, for me, some of the stuff that I procrastinate on is more like stuff you don't really want to do, but you know you got to do it. So
Yeah.
you just try to wait till the last minute to get it done.
right.
So I'm one of them. So I'm one of them that's like, I'll wait till I have to hear from somebody, or you know what I mean, or that
Okay,
bill got
okay,
the
okay.
red letter came or something. You know what I'm saying?
So okay,
I'm one of them.
let's say that, because one of the ways in which when I work with individuals, one of the ways I'm able to understand them is that I'm able to empathize with them, meaning I can put myself in their shoes. There's some part of my life that helps me to understand why they're doing what they're doing. Is that the case for y'all? Can y'all see anything in yourselves that helps y'all to understand these individuals? So y'all like, bruh, we just talked about this.
Yeah.
yeah, you have to try to do that, man. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. At times you might not remember to do that because you frustrated at the person, like we just talked about this or whatever.
Yeah.
But you still have to. Sometimes you have to try to remember to stop and like, okay, like you said, what is this person going through?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Deja vu, right?
So yeah, I mean, it's I guess in those times, in those moments, just trying to be empathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They can know too, though.
Yeah.
They can know too what it is and don't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So what do you do about that? And they still complain.
Okay, a person might just have, say the person that come to you to complain, he can't complain to nobody else. He see that you are a listening ear, so he come to you for the complaining. Now I can't go to somebody else and complain because they don't really hear me like you hear me. Like you probably give them the
So
real.
we entertain it.
Yeah, you probably know, and they ain't all the time to entertain. They probably let you give them the real after that. But at the same time, I got something else I want to talk about. But I don't know what I want to talk about. So I'm going to come at you with the same thing. Because I know you my mans. And I know you ain't go behind my back and tell everybody. When he go say, I'm going to go to Twan. Twan go 12 Jack. Jack come back, and the Jack come back to me to the whole different thing. Like, dang, man, I just told him this. And, man, they playing me like a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to, at hard around everybody now. Now I can't trust nobody. So you got that thing where a lot of men can't have that conversation with other men because they don't want to get back like they soft or something. Like I said earlier, I can't sit here and cry with you guys or something like that.
Why not?
I'm not saying I'm just saying
I'll
I
make you
could.
cry.
No,
I can make you cry.
I know me. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I am
That's
a
what I'm
very
saying. So now
confident
I say, why
individual.
not?
You know what I'm saying? I looks good. I can't hit a day. You know what I mean? I can't cross my leg a little bit. But you know what I mean?
Big man in little pain.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But no, I'm very confident about myself. Sometimes it ain't always that way, but I'm gonna go around that person. I'm gonna make sure they know I'm confident of what I'm saying or what I'm doing. You might not like what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You might do, but I joke because I don't want everybody to, to think that, why you don't do this, why you don't do that. At the same time, that's just me. Now, don't get me wrong now. God gave me a mighty hand. It didn't stop a person. But at the same time, I'm very respectful. I am a man first. That's why I be telling the people at the job, supervisors and all them. I tell them like this, I'm a man. I don't care about the job.
Mm-hmm.
Same time, if I give you respect me.
So,
if you want to complain to me about something, or not complain, I'm saying if you want to talk to me about something, you want to vent to me, I'm going to listen. If I got an answer for it, I'm going to tell you. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
so I got a question there. Your response, the why, made me think of this. Why or why not? Do you feel that individuals, as men, we are obligated to continuously speak into these individuals who have this kind of lazy spirit where they can't make it over the hump?
What else are we supposed to do for them?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know nothing else to do.
So we gotta. Yeah. What do you say? Are we required? Is
Words of encouragement.
part of manning up, continuously speaking into and pouring into these individuals, or because we made it? Should we look at these individuals like, come on, bro, you got to pull yourself up by your bootstrap?
No, man. We look, at the end of the day, as a black man, as a young black man, we got to always pull each other up.
That's right.
We got to be there for each other because I know some of these songs, we listen to all kinds of music, rap, country, all that. I know I do. And sometimes that, any song you can hear, a song that you like and get that in your mood. And some of these gangster songs be cool too, but they ain't say go out there and go shoot up everybody in the club or something like that.
Got some sense.
So have some sense with it. So at the end of the day, we wanna bring power in, and I want to say this right. So if I'm with a group of guys, I'm not looking for no trouble. I'm looking for to go out there and have my fun and go at the end of the day. Now if somebody bring trouble to me, I'm gonna talk to you first like, sir, this ain't what you want.
Yeah, you
We
want
don't
it.
want no problem. But them young boys, you already got to know what it is. You already got to, you already got to put it to them. But you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to, like, look, young fella, I've been there where you at. I done been in this game. I done did this, and this ain't what you want. I got off by a little half of a screen, you know what I'm saying? I did things that I can't even tell on the camera what I done or tell you what I done because
The young boy don't want to hear that though because of how you presented it to him.
and you know why he don't
You
want to
said
hear
it
that?
to him like you
He don't
still
wanna hear that
like
'cause
it's a challenge.
I got a
like,
9 to 5.
Like you saying, I get
I ain't
it.
scamming, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we get out of bed different. This is what it is with these young people today. Everybody want it fast. Sometimes I tell my wife that too. I'm hungry now, you know what I'm saying? I want to move food now, you know what I'm saying? But everybody want that money fast. If you ain't got a bag, the little boy don't want to. They don't want to talk to you.
You're right.
You working this 9 to 5. They don't want to work. Everybody want it. I want it now. I want it now. I want to be a man now. You 13. I've been there where you at, bro. You don't want to be this age, and you want to go to school and get what you got to get done. Because after you get that age, you got to go take care of this house, that house, that house, bro. You looking at a lifetime of heck. I ain't want to say hell, but you looking at a lifetime of it. Oh.
Yeah. Exactly.
But no, serious, because at the end of the day, man, it's like you got to be a man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be a man at an early age. It also starts within the house.
Well,
It's
Well,
something
you
you
can be a man
You
walking
do.
away from that stuff too, though.
You do.
That's being a man too.
You can't.
Yeah, but
it's the influence, man. It's these song. I ain't gonna say all music, but it is all music because you know.
Well, if you letting music influence your actions,
Yeah,
there's
that's-
something
No,
wrong
you
with
let
you
these
or your
videos
upbringing
influence
anyway.
you with the big chains.
I mean, the videos as well.
Because that's people think this is girls.
You gotta forget. You can't forget the influences around you too as well. Even
Yeah.
though that plays
Yeah,
a major, even though that plays a major part. But these people are living with you every day. You gotta wake up with them. You're talking to them every day.
Yeah.
So they're the ones you're
You
really
know, the young boys
influencing.
almost influenced
So-
me. I wanted to go back. I told my wife, I said, I'm gonna give me a $50,000 chain, girl. You know, no, I'm just joking.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a
No one
chain.
says you can't do it.
No, I'm just messing. But yeah, but
So it sounds like we saying though, those same people who we like, bruh, we just had this conversation.
yeah.
Are these kids that you talking about? Because once they hit that wall and they realize they can't make it or they not gonna make it in it, everybody want to be around.
It's the ignorance.
If
know what I'm
you
saying?
know-
Everybody
if
wanna
you
be a
made it
ball
hard on
player.
yourself in the
We're not
beginning,
teaching
you
them
gotta know
or
it's gonna
showing
be
them
twice as
something
hard
different.
later.
Okay.
So they're seeing the same things that's the repetitive things that's going on
Yeah.
for the rest of us. So if we show them something different and show them and give them something different,
Yeah.
something to do as well, you know, I'm about to go off the line here, but these telephones and stuff like that,
Yeah.
that's something different for us.
Mm.
We didn't have those.
Yeah.
So when our parents would tell us we had to go to practice or we had to go this or we had to go that, we had to do that. We was focused on that.
Mm-hmm.
I got guys that come in here and box and still on their phone sometimes.
Yeah.
I smack it out of the ear. Get that thing out your ear.
Yeah.
Pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's the technology as well, just tearing and messing up things too. The social media as well. You know, it's kind of hard. I guess we gotta adapt to the things that's
Everybody
going
want the
on.
extravagant life. Everybody want the name.
You know, so and that's the now. That's what you were saying earlier. So I guess so. I don't know. It's kind of hard. We gotta adapt to those things. And like I said, people they're ignorant because they're not taught those things. So
we
we
can
gotta
tell
do-
you.
Hey, I was
now,
asking you trying to jump in.
As a now we used as speaking to the individual who you said, you know, why you have to keep going through this, and you know, it's your responsibility. You ask for those of us who quote unquote made it. Well, you never really make it. Okay, in my opinion, you always
It's gonna always
striving to
evolve.
progress and move forward and go onward and upward.
Yeah.
But
Don't
it's
stay
it's
stagnant,
it's your
don't get
responsibility if you come out of a circumstance where you in that type of negative cycle into a more positive cycle. It's your responsibility to reach back and grab the brother who's still in that cycle
Yeah.
and help him out.
Who taught you that?
And the same with the youth.
Who
You know,
taught
it's
you
your
that?
responsibility, you know what I'm saying,
I'm
as
sorry.
an elder
Yeah,
or older person in the community to reach that young person
Yeah.
and hopefully prevent them from going into that negative cycle.
Yeah.
You know, so,
So,
that's what it is.
Who
bro.
I
taught
was asking who taught you that
Taught me
inspiration to keep
what?
you going the fire that make you want to go.
I believe it was my upbringing.
Yeah.
I had a single parent.
Who taught you that?
I'm in a single parent household.
Who taught you
Oh,
that?
bruh, that was I had a lot of influence. One of which was Colonel Sweet Pea Whitaker. You know what I mean? I had Malcolm X, Bob Marley. I had Marcus Garvey.
Are you talking about?
I'm just talking
like that,
about
or you talking about
who
people
those
we around?
people for
Who
me.
taught you to be, you know
what I mean? Just to not give up.
The go.
Well, if we're gonna talk about the
Just
music and the
influence.
videos,
Who
I
gave you the
mean,
go?
looking at it all, who gave me the
To
go?
go, just to go, to make you want to go. Like, we got to get this, we got to do this, we got to do this, da-da-da. This is the only way, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I ain't have that all my life. So, I
That's
mean,
what
but
I'm
I'm
saying,
saying, when you get it, well, for me, that's when I got into business. For
But
myself.
yeah, I see your point though. Your point is it was a person
Who gave you the
who
go?
influenced you.
I mean, but yeah, the
You
person.
You could
I
be
think
that
the
person
was
for
my
some
mother.
kid
Who
or
gave you the go?
somebody
What
else
make
you
do
know.
what
You
do?
know.
What makes you go, get up every day, makes you do what you do?
Well,
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about-
that's the.
it was as
Yeah,
I
that's
come,
my
as
mom.
I came up.
Normal.
That's
Okay.
my mom.
Yeah, my mom.
No, not my mom.
Yeah, I would definitely say,
Kids?
much in line to what he said. It was kind of a combination of a lot of people. It was seeing it for my life. For example, my mom and my dad both worked 2 jobs, so I was literally a latchkey kid. Like, my parents ain't home because they going. But what I understood from that is, like, go get it. They ain't have the education, but what they understood is, if we don't keep moving, we ain't surviving in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I came from a situation where we ended up being evicted. You know what I'm saying? So I saw from that, like, I don't want to go back there. Like, I
Right.
saw how my parents were grinding, like, y'all got to work 2 jobs? You know what I'm saying? mom and dad working, like we gotta feed ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let ourselves in and out of the house. We gotta look out for each other. Me and my two brothers, like understanding that was different. So seeing that gave me kind of the ground, like I don't want that life, and if I don't want it, then I can't do whatever got them in that position. Both my mom and dad, both extremely intelligent individuals, but they stopped at high school. They didn't pursue anything else because I don't think they knew anything else. Like even now, I am the only one out of my two brothers to go to college, to get a degree, to get a master's. Like I'm the only one who did that, but I did that based off of paying attention. Like I don't want that, and if I don't want that, then I got to do something different than what they did. So that was it, and then like a combination, like he said, listening to all these other inspirational voices who thought different, who got out of the box. You know what I'm saying? Even though the world, society, culture puts you in a box. This is how you're supposed to think.
This question, I want to hear everybody's aspect. Because when you're in that box, you're thinking one thing.
Yeah.
You show one thing and one thing only.
Yeah.
So when you come out and you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking that question to see how everybody feel
no doubt.
How they.
Good question.
What made them fight? Or what made them do this? Or what made them do that?
Yeah.
I think outside the box all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
But when you coming up, right? My thing is, I always thought that people with two parents in the household that were gonna be a success anyway. I don't know why. It was just always in the back of my mind, like even though you don't know what's going on in the house, you just know, hey, my cousin got their mama and daddy. I just got my mama, but she worked hard. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, his mama and daddy worked 2 jobs. My mom worked 2 jobs. So it was like she had to be the mom. She had to be the woman and the man. And then like we lived out in neighborhood or what, make that amount. So we ate with our friends. If our friends eat oodle noodle, even though my mama cooked a nice meal every day, we ate oodle noodles too.
Yeah.
But you know what about that though? But the thing about even whether you live with one parent or not, it wasn't about staying like that though. It was always trying to get to the next step.
Yeah.
We never stayed stagnant. We didn't want to, you didn't want to be there too long. You ain't get complacent with where you're at, even if it got good. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to, life is about evolving.
Yeah.
So, you should be trying to evolve anyway.
Elevation.
Yeah, that's a hard lesson though, because not everyone grasps that concept, and it's easy to get into it. It's comfortable to be complacent a lot of times. It's comfortable to be in a place where if you're not trying, you're not pushing, you don't have to deal with failure. And that failure part is a hard piece.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? When you have to constantly run against this wall, it's
You
like
have to fail to win.
And it's
you have to fail to even be successful.
But that's a life lesson that a lot don't get. A lot don't get to that concept. They like, I failed, that's it. I'm done. I'm not trying.
The greatest stories come from failure.
Exactly.
It ain't never been we jumped in and we made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
You don't hear from them no more.
Yeah.
So you got to have some foundation where you started from the bottom and then
it's a hard lesson though. I've seen it too many times on a younger level and on adults. Where I've asked simple questions. It's crazy how a simple question is like just wall shattering. You know what I'm saying? Like you ask a simple question, the person looks at you like, I ain't even never think about that. And it's not so complicated. It's just literally, I wish I could think of an example right now, but you ask something simple, and they just like, so I can do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember, an example, I asked a kid what he wanted to be, and I'm not knocking him for what he said, but his answer was, I want to be a custodian for the shipyard. And in that moment, I'm thinking like, that's it? But in his world, that was the best job to aspire to.
Right.
And when I asked him, what about this, that, and the third, it was like, black people don't do that. The black people don't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But outside of this box you put yourself in, there's a whole nother world out there.
We gotta teach.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine this kid, if he never runs into me, right? We never have that conversation. He lives his whole life thinking, all I can be in life is this custodian for the shipyard. And imagine he doesn't get it.
That's why I always pull back and talk to the youngins.
You can be a custodian for the school then.
You could be that person to influence him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To become more than.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What he thought was possible.
Yeah.
And expand the world that he's
There's
in.
nothing from Davis Park to the Virginia Beach oceanfront. Anything else didn't exist to us.
Yeah.
That's me coming up. That's my ignorance coming up. So everything that we wanted was in Davis Park.
Yeah.
Everything we needed was in Davis Park.
Right.
When we wanted to go have some fun, we went to that beach miles away. We didn't know. It was like
Yeah.
switch and we on a beach and what the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that ignorance, I was one of those kids. They don't know that. We
Yeah.
wasn't taught that.
Yeah.
So we don't think like he's saying.
Yeah.
We didn't go through the things that we went through that he had to go through.
Yeah.
You know, so we have to make I want to say things to show them and teach these young kids.
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Definitely.
so that's why I keep going back to that because we didn't know that.
Yeah,
We-
I'll
can't-
give you two quick stories about how much exposure matters. One, I used to do in-home counseling, working with at-risk youth, and I was going over Berkeley Bridge, and this kid that I was riding when I was taking him to an appointment, he was like, "Where's the thing?" He kept doing like this, "Where's the thing?" And I'm confused because I'm like, "Bro, what? Hey, what are you talking about? What thing?" And he kept saying, "You know the thing, where's the thing?" And I'm thinking like, I have no idea what this kid talking. And then it hit me. I said, "The Statue of Liberty?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Bro, you never been over a bridge before?" He was like, "Nah." In his mind, if you went over a bridge,
see
Statue of
the
Liberty
thing.
was there.
Wow.
See, that's the
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
that's
he
the
needs
stuff I'm talking
exposure.
about.
yeah.
That's
So
the
that's
stuff I'm talking about.
And then the other story is, I just listened to a podcast with Quentin Rich, Knuckleheads. Listened to a podcast, and they were talking about a conversation that they were having with J.J. Riddick, who was he's a white basketball player, just recently retired. And they were asking him about financial stuff, like what did you have to do for your parents? Now, J.J. Riddick had a well-off upbringing. His parents got money, right? Quentin Richardson, Derry Miles, like, I had to get my mom's a car, I had to buy her a house, and he was like, "Nah,
We ain't had to do none of
I
that.
ain't had to do none of that."
That's a fact.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, again, exposure, them being exposed to this individual as an adult, put them in a whole different headspace in regards to financial literacy. Now they thinking differently. And now, not only that, but they want to go back to other ball players and like, "Hey, this is what you need to do with your money. This is how you need to invest. This is how you need to move here. These are the people you need to have looking out for your stuff." You know what I'm saying? They're thinking differently because initially when they came into it, they got the broke man's mindset. You get it, you spend it. And then you show it like, "Hey, look what we got. We rich." You know what I'm saying?
I hate to say this one thing, Mom, you just said, as long as they're printed, we'll never go broke. And I hated that saying.
But yeah, go ahead.
Definitely not true.
That's just, I hated it.
Yeah.
You all right?
I
Yeah.
got stuck because I want to say that it's on Jeff, I think. Hey, our cars people out.
Yeah.
I got he right beside me, so I'm gonna throw it right to Jeff. He
All right.
passed the ball,
Yeah,
passed
yeah,
the
no
ball.
doubt. All right. Well, what can I say? I mean,
Man, Jeff.
um,
Chef.
need to man up. You know what I mean? In whatever way that means.
Cleaner.
Whatever way. You
Even
know,
in
you know,
adversity.
that's right. Especially
gets hit over their head.
especially in adversity.
But you're going to have to
You
man
know,
up regardless.
that's right. In life, you're gonna get knocked down. You know what I mean? You're gonna take some blows, body blows. You know what I mean? Face blows. You get knocked down. Can't stay down. Got to get up, hit back, keep swinging. That's how you go out. Go out swinging. If you're going out, go out swinging.
If you're going to complain, find a resolution.
That's right. Don't be part of the problem. Be part of the resolution. Man up.
So I think we're gonna leave out on that note. I remember a poem that I read when I was in college, and I don't know much about the poem. I don't remember the point, but one of the things that stuck out to me from the poem was, "If we must die, let us die like men." You know what I'm saying? And I think that speaks volumes to what we're talking about in regards to man up. I think it's necessary for us to stand on our shield, much like some of us talking about Kyrie Irving. You know, whether we agree or disagree, you know, he went out on his shield. If he was going to fall with it, then that was going to be the case. So, you know, and we're going to wrap it up with that. So we want to thank everybody once again for tuning in to another episode of ManUp Podcast. We're going to see y'all next time. That was another banger episode. So y'all check us out when we tune in again. All right, peace.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
Yo, what's up? It's the ManUp Podcast Lounge. It's the ManUp Podcast Lounge. It's the ManUp Podcast Lounge. Man up, the ManUp Podcast Lounge.